You don't need a title to lead. Everyday leadership moments happen around us in how we react, how we help, and how we choose to care. The real question is, are you recognizing them? We often think leadership starts when we're promoted. But the truth is, leadership starts the moment we decide to take responsibility, even when no one's watching. There are 3 types of leaders I want to talk about today: the quiet leader, the influencer without authority, and the everyday coach. When I think of the quiet leader, I think of a Scrum Master. A Scrum Master doesn't hold a formal leadership title. They don't have anyone reporting directly to them, but they are responsible for helping teams improve, guide developers, testers, and product owners toward collaboration, product delivery, and team growth. They lead not by authority, but by influence and service. And that's the essence of what is known as a servant leader, a concept from Robert Greenleaf that says the best leaders put people first and performance follows. The Scrum Master manages the process, supports the team, protects their focus, and still often goes unrecognized as a leader. But that's what a quiet leader is: impact without the spotlight. Next, I want to talk about the influencer without authority, the kind of leadership that shapes outcomes not through control, but through conviction. Listen to this. Years ago, I had a young man on my team who didn't come to work. No call, no text, no email. By company policy, that's a no call, no show, and grounds for termination. I tried calling. His friends tried calling. Nothing. On the 4th day, he showed up. HR told me to terminate him immediately, but something inside of me said, talk to him. When I spoke to him, I learned that he was dealing with a significant personal issue. My best employee, my top performer, was suffering inside. So I pushed back. I told HR we could document it and we can write it up to the maximum limit possible, but we were not ending his career today. That's when I realized that I didn't have the formal authority to override HR, but I had influence. Influence, when used with empathy, is leadership. Harvard Adaptive Leadership Model talks about the ability to make humane, value-based decisions even within rigid systems. Leadership isn't about the rules you follow. Sometimes it's about the compassion that you choose. The everyday coach is the final type of leader I want to discuss today. This is a person who helps others, solicited and unsolicited. The coach grows, develops, and enhances the person, not just in their performance, but in their personal resilience. Let me provide to you an example. A woman on my team had just gotten married. Her first day back from her honeymoon, I noticed her going in and out of the hall frequently to make and take phone calls. She told me that her new husband had been sick the entire honeymoon and was trying to get a doctor's appointment for him. I told her to finish up what she was working on, but to go and to be with him. A few days later, she came back and told me that the doctor said he had a rare form of back cancer. Her plan was to keep working. On his treatment days, she wanted to use vacation. But Coach Dionne's plan was different. I provided a link and instructions to apply for FMLA so that she could take the time that she needed to be with him. I wanted her to focus on him and not work, because you and I both know her plan was not going to work. She wasn't going to be able to work while he was homesick. She was approved for FMLA, and in less than 2 months, he passed away. I attended the service, and after the service, she thanked me for encouraging her to take that time to be with him. She was grateful that she was able to spend his last days not worried about her metrics, driving back and forth to work, or even using her vacation time. That's when I connected what I had done was emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to lead through empathy, awareness, and compassion. Real leadership isn't about productivity or metrics. It's about protecting the people who make those metrics possible. As a leader, you have the power to influence more than you realize. You don't need permission to care. You don't need a title to lead. Leadership is a choice, one made in the small moments. When you pause before punishing, when you advocate instead of comply, when you listen before you lead. Titles fade, projects end, but the way you make people feel, that's what defines a leader. If this message resonates with you, take a moment this week to lead quietly. Check on someone. Extend grace. Take initiative. And if you believe leadership should look more humane, follow for more stories and insights that challenge what real leadership means.